All right, guys. Wanted to get back to y'all with the video. I know it's been a minute. I was on assignment on deployment for tropical storm slash hurricane. Uh, I think it was Debbie. Yeah, that's what they were calling that one. But anyway, just got back home yesterday and settled in. And wanted to get back into the flow of putting out some content for you guys. So this is what I have. I know we discussed previously the communications deployable communications box that I put together using this same Pelican case. I wanted to do something a little bit different, something a little bit more advanced, but still pretty very much a simple setup anyway, and that is just adding a little bit more capability to it and showing you guys kind of where I'm going with this concept. A lot of people have utilized this stuff, like S2 Underground. He calls it a TOC in a box, Tactical Operations Center in a box. This is nowhere near as sophisticated or as capable as some of the stuff that he's into. He's a pretty intelligent guy, and he has performed a lot of those functions professionally for the military in his previous capacity. However, I am not that kind of guy, but I did want to set up some stuff that I think is pretty baseline and easy to understand for even just everyday people who don't do this stuff for a living. So we'll just start here with the Pelican box, and then I got a Meshtastic running some maps, some digital maps over here on the Samsung Android tablet. You can run ATAC on there as well. Like I said, this is the Meshtastic app, so if you wanted to utilize that with some Meshtastic nodes and do encrypted text messaging, which is something that I hope to get into very soon, then you could do that as well. It's just another very capable piece of equipment that you can do a lot of different things with. So we got that, and then I also have right here, I just have my organizer with all my different antenna accessories and spare chargers and batteries, and a multi-tool in there as well. Right here I just have a spare USB-C rechargeable extended Baofeng battery right there, fully charged. Over here we got several Baofengs. We got some UV5Rs, we got a UV9G, and we also have a UV9R Pro. And then most prominently back here you see the Nest Out. This is the 28 watt 4-panel solar charger from Nest Out. So I got that set up, and it's propped up on its own kickstand that's built into the back of it, and it has 2 ports that come out of there that you can charge 2 devices simultaneously with that. So one of the things that I have plugged into the charger right now is an Anker 10,000 milliamp hour battery bank. We're going to want to keep that charged for sure. It's already fully charged. Actually, this is just the way I chose to stage the scene. And then I'm also charging, I'm not actively charging it because I'm inside, but I have plugged up the UV9R Pro as well. And right here we have some of the stuff from the previous video. I have some communications pace cards that I can write out quickly and hand out and disperse with each individual radio to people. And that may be a part of my team, or maybe we're performing search and rescue in a neighborhood after a severe thunderstorm or tornado or something of that nature. And then that way everybody can be on the same page as far as communications. And if you had different teams, then you could make out different pace cards for, depending on if those folks are going to be using different frequencies as well. And then I just have an ink pen in there. And then of course I got frequency charts that are pre-laminated. That way if folks are unsure of what's going on there and what frequencies they may need to have access to, this one is GMRS specific, but you can print or put together any of those that you may want depending on what kind of communications plans you may have going forward. Phonetic alphabet, for sure you may want to issue those out with each radio as well. And then this will be more of a function that you may want to make sure everybody's familiar with, and that's the spot report and using the salute format. Very simple, very easy, and you don't have to print these. You can write these down on a sheet of paper in the field, and that way if people are reporting information back to the Tactical Operations Center, everything is coming in on this simplified and streamlined format, and it's just going to make things a lot easier for us to relay and receive information and make sure it gets to the proper folks. So that's what I have there for reference cards. And then over here I just have a notepad and another pen for quick note taking. And I can even write more spot reports on there as they come in over the radios. And having a couple of radios that stay at the top would be a good idea. That way you can monitor multiple frequencies at a time from different teams. And then here you'll notice I have just a map. This is a tourist map from Wild Dunes, which is in Isle of Palms, South Carolina, near Charleston. And this is just a representation of having an actual paper, hard copied map available to you in your Tactical Operations Center. I think that that would be great. May not always be the case, may not be something that's possible for you, but in the event that it is something you can do, I think that it would be a great idea to have at least one big map to remain in the TOC for quote unquote battle tracking. And it doesn't have to be an actual armed conflict. It can just be keeping up with the structures that maybe have been cleared and searched for people who may be injured or trapped or something like that, so that we can continue to accurately plot the field conditions that we are going to be dealing with. So that's pretty much what I have, guys, and I'm liking this concept a lot, and I definitely want to continue to increase my skills and knowledge in this area. And like I said, I mentioned it to you guys before. I think this is something that gets overlooked a lot because everybody wants to be a trigger pulling, fast roping badass. Nothing wrong with that. I think it's great too. It's a good time and it's sexy. But this stuff right here is the kind of shit that's gonna make your team functional and efficient in the event that you do have to do some sort of a deployment to an active zone, even if that's just doing something more civilian-esque, such as search and rescue or something. So either way, I think it does have a lot of flexibility, and I think it's very important to have a central location where we can receive information and distribute that information to whoever it may need to reach in a timely fashion, and maintain some control over exactly what the hell's going on and keep some order about the operations that you may be conducting. So that's what I got for you guys. Let me know if you guys have any comments or anything like that. And there's my little one. So I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks.